Rich Pasini from Shop RJPASINI for great deals on eBay. Today I want to go over this camera with you. This is the Sony Handycam. It's the model CCD-TRV57, and I want to just talk a little about it, just to give you guys, you potential buyers out there, a little heads up as to what I'm going to be selling out there. So I just want to go over it with you really quick. There are information that I do have posted on the listing that if you can check, I think you've seen it. The ones that are highlighted are the items that are not available with this particular item that I'm selling right now. The camera has been tested. Everything works good on it. The camera bag, as you can see here, if you're looking at it close up, you can see that in the camera. It has like little imperfections here, look like little wear or little stretch marks, whatever. The case itself is not the greatest shape, but you know, if you're just using something just to knock around, this case will do the job. I picked this camera up, and it works. Like I said again, you know, it'll do the job. Okay, this bag will do the job for it. It's not in perfect condition as you can see in the photos. The camera itself has been tested. It works really good. This here, the viewfinder lifts up like that. It doesn't telescopic in. It doesn't go out anymore as far as I know. I think that's it. It's pretty much fixed. That part goes. This, however, is not a color viewfinder. Some of these Sony cameras do have color viewfinders on it. This particular model don't have it. It comes with 2 batteries. Now, the one over here, as you can see here, the gold one, I had, what do you call it there, charged this up with the AC power adapter here. This plugs into, this here goes into, this goes into here, the plug, and this is the one that would plug into the camera. That's how I charged it. Now, there is a company that's, as you can see within the listing, it's called K-Star. I've been buying a lot from them, and I stand by their product. You know, as far as like the charges and the batteries, they do work good. I have no complaints with them. I think I bought about 3 or 4 of them so far with batteries. Okay. Now, in the listing, you'll see there's, I put the eBay listing there. I have no affiliation with them outside of being a buyer. Okay, I bought from them. I'm very happy with the service. Very happy with the product. The charging unit works great. You don't need, however, with this here, unless you want to have a charging base, whatever, you could do that as well. You could buy from them, or you could just probably, you know, buy batteries separate. Now, I noticed with K-Star, they might have original Sony batteries. These are original Sony batteries, okay? If you want to go shop around and check them out for yourself, that's fine. Now, in regards to how much juice will these things hold, like, you know, how much playing time you'll get out of it, I don't know. This one I think said 305 minutes or something like that, the gold one. This one here, I did not put it in the camera to charge it up, okay? As far in regards to how much, you know, usage you're gonna get, I don't know. I couldn't tell you that up front. So if you want to, you know, buy new batteries, you can go to K-Star. You could buy 1 battery and 1 charger, 1 battery and 2, you know, well, 1 charger and 2 batteries. Check them out if you like. I think if you buy the 1 charger with 2 batteries, it will come to, I think, $20 and change plus probably tax and shipping, whatever. If you decide to do so, or you could work these out. Like I said, I didn't charge this one up here, the one that's far right here, the gray one here, this one here. Okay, I didn't charge this one up, so it may be good. Again, I don't know how much juice it's going to hold. Okay, the camera it's got to be, you know, older camera. I didn't do the specs as far as the creation date of it. If it was made in 2000, the camera I'm videotaping right now, this one here is a Sony digital Handycam. Okay, this one here I bought brand new. Back then it cost me under $1,000, but the camera works great, you know. So I've been doing a lot of videos with this camera way back when, and it's, you know, I don't plan on getting rid of it anytime soon. However, this camera has a built-in light over here. Okay, it has a built-in light, just to let you know. There's no lens cap, like, you know, that covers, like on the camera I have, has a lens cap with the string on it that holds on, you pop it in. This one has one of those protected ones that are built in. You can see that there. The camera might get a little glary. Yeah, it's built in. When you turn on the camera, you hit the buttons here for camera, on, off, whatever. Once you do the on, this will shutter, to protect you, the camera lens cover will open up inside there. However, it does not have remote control. That is listed. That's gonna, yeah, that is listed in the description there, so you know that there. It again has a built-in flash, 0 lux over here. You can see that. Everything works. Everything's functional. I can't do it right now. If I turn it on here, you would do is you would hit your button here, the eject button, and this would pop out, and then the unit comes out, and then you would pop one of these tapes in there. Now, this tape I'm only using as an example. It's my personal tape. I'm not going to give it to you with this listing. However, this is the tape you're going to be looking to buy if you buy one. It's the 8mm, and I'm just going to give you as an example. You could write that number down or whatever you see right there. That's the tape that goes into this unit, okay? This is the one you're going to need, all right? It's the Sony. You can get a Sony one. You can use different brands and stuff like that, but I like Sony. I keep everything Sony. I'm a Sony person. I love Sonys, by the way, in case you didn't know. But that's what you're going to want to get right there, okay? And it comes in a box like this here. Here, that's what you get like that. They just, if that's any help to you, like that, okay? But you're not getting this though, so keep that in mind, okay? This is my personal one. I got this. It comes with the strap. Now, when I get these straps from these cameras, because like I said, I sell quite a bit of Sony cameras. I sold quite a bit of them, not hundreds of them, but I sold quite a bit of them. This camera was attached. I mean, this camera strap was attached to the camera. I took it off for photography purposes, and plus, I always like to give them a little light washing there. You know, I wash it with regular laundry detergent soap there. So, you know, because like I said, they've been wrapped around people's necks and stuff like that. People handle them, stuff like that. So I try to do the best I can with clean. So anytime I get the cameras like this, I always try to, for the most part, if I don't forget, always wash the camera straps here. Okay, I just want to go over some other thing with you. Again, this is the charging unit, the AC power adapter. And what you would do is, when you're charging up the camera, you would plug this in. For those who don't know, I'll just give you a little quick tutorial. You'd plug this in here like that, and it's got the orientation. You can see it. It's got like a square over here, and this is the plug, right? So it just, you see the orientation, and you would just plug it in here, and then you plug this into the wall outlet, of course, and it's got this fitting here, special connector. Be very careful with it. And what this does, you're going to plug it right in the back over here in case you're wondering where it goes. I took the battery out, that's why you got that space there. What you do is you're going to open this little rubber grommet piece here, and you're going to plug this in here like this. Again, just for demo purposes, like that, and that would plug in like that there, and you would charge up your battery. Now, how are you going to know it's fully charged? You'll get a message over here. It'll tell you how many minutes, and it'll say full. That means the battery's been charged up. Now, when you buy this camera, if you do buy it, which I hope you do, I hope you like it, it's going to, when you turn it on, I want to share it to you turning it on. When you turn it on, when I first got it, because I'm not familiar with this camera, I'm familiar with Sony products, but I'm not familiar with the functionality of all of these things. You see over here, see where it says locked? If you buy this camera, and after you charge your battery up or whatever, and you put it in here, and you say, geez, and you power it on like that, and you say, geez, it ain't going on. See the lens cap opens up there, see it? See right there, already opens up. Okay, all right. Let's say you bought it, you power it on, right? And you said, hey, this thing ain't working. The first thing you're gonna think of, a little dust in here. A little dust in here. You're gonna think right away to yourself, this camera's defective, it's not working. No, it does work. I thought the same thing. I thought when I bought it, I was like, oh my God, I got stuck with a camera and got to sell off parts. What you gotta do, and it's even listed in my listing there, if you could see over here, let me see if I can get beyond here, it says lock, and then it says, what over here? Standby. You see that? So where it says lock and standby, my camera focusing. When you buy this camera, if you see that there, after you power it on, see it's in a power position, the lens is open, see it? What you want to do is hit this like that to standby. Make sure this level is like this here, this little lever here is facing horizontal, okay? Because if it's like this, even though you hit the power button on, it's going to look like the camera's not working. Right here, I'm sorry. Okay? So even when you power it on, and it's going to look blank. I know you're going to say, well, it looks blank now because there's no battery. I know. Well, that's the way it's going to show up. And you're going to say, geez, a battery's charged. It shows fully charged, but nothing's showing up. And you got the battery now. You get ready to take a picture. You know, you're going to do it ready with the camera. Make sure that is set like that. Once you do that in standby, everything will come on. To eject, to pop the cartridge in, this little button right here, you would hit that down. You move it in the down position. That pops out. You put your tape in there, and whenever you're putting the tape in there, don't force anything, folks. Put it in gentle and let it go down its own. It'll retract and go into its, it'll go into its own situation. It'll contract retract, what you call it, into its proper positioning. Okay, here you got a nice little Sony case there, these little straps here. Sometimes these wear, this particular one looks pretty good. The overall condition of this camera, it does have little scuff marks on here. It is noted in the description that it does have some scuff marks on it. But overall, the camera does work, okay? If you could see that there, I don't know if you can see that, that's the camera model right there, see it? Again, I took pictures of that as well, okay? Again, it does have light scuff marks on it, but the camera works really good. Okay, we're gonna close that. See the lens is open right now? When you hit that button down, see there's 3 settings here? You got camera, off, charge, actually is what? Yeah, player. So you get 3. So when you close this, like that, push that little button in that green button. See it? That's gonna lock it in there, and then it'll be right over here in the off position, okay? All right, 0 lux. Now if you wanna turn the light on, you got 2 settings here. Actually, was it 3? Well, no, 2. Well, you got the no, you're off, and then you got auto on here. Is that there? Can you see that? That's for the light. So if you get it, you say, do you like? Don't worry, you gotta turn that button on. You gotta turn it on. And you could also do auto too. Okay, and like I said again, it does have some scuff marks on it. Overall, the camera is pretty clean. You got some other buttons on top here. Here's where you're going to play your tape. Once you put it in, you got stop, rewind, play, fast forward, and say pause. See that there? Okay, all right. Again, like I said, and with the batteries, again, I only charged the gold one up, okay? And we got the gray one here. Now, I didn't charge this one up. These batteries, if you want to get Sony original one, they're NP, what is it? Let me see, I'm standing on the camera so you can see it. It's NP 550. See that? NP 550. But you're gonna get 2 to, uh-oh. Sorry about that. That's okay, nothing's damaged. So you're gonna get 2 batteries here. Again, the NP 550s, okay? You're gonna get those there. And the other thing I printed out, I always like to print out to try to help people out, is the, I was going to print out the manual. It's 88 pages long. And even if I do it double-sided, that's 40 pages, okay? With double-sided on my laser printer. I don't mind doing that every now and then, but for the most part, folks, it costs, it's going to cost me money with paper and toner, okay? It is a lot of pages, even if you're doing 2-sided. It's the page count that gets reduced, not the toner, because you're still printing 88 pages, except it's double-sided. So I printed out the quick start guide here, okay, just to help you guys out a little. Now, I will drop the information as far as to print it out, like to get the full manual. If you want to print that at your own, you're more than welcome to do that. Like I said, it's 88 pages, okay? So I will drop the link. I can't actually drop a link in eBay because, like I said, eBay does not, it forbids you from going, off their site, okay? You don't go on eBay and then put a hyperlink in there and it takes you off to another one. So I can't do it like that, but I could just flash it across as to where you would get it, what you would look for, okay? So I will do that there. Again, this here is not included, okay? What you see here is what you will be receiving. I don't know anything else. The other cable, this is the cable that came with it. The stuff that you see here, aside the stuff I printed out, is what came with this unit, okay? And it does come with this here, I guess the video cable here. It's also noted in the page that has the highlights on it. No remote, a second set of cables, video cables, they're not there. And I'm trying to think, there might be one other thing, I'm not sure, that might be there, that's missing. I know it's the remote control cable. There might be one other thing, I can't remember offhand, I'm sorry, but it's there, it's listed. All right, that's all I have for you guys right now. I think I went over everything. I can't think of anything else to talk to you guys about. The bag, like I said again, the bag is not in the greatest shape. You can see it in the camera here. You got like little nicks here, looks like little wear marks here. It's not the greatest shape, but as a starter bag, you got something to work with, okay? The camera, however, when I do pack my stuff, the camera will be packed, wrapped up in here. I'll wrap up the camera, make sure everything's nice and wrapped up. I will install one of the batteries in here, and one battery again will be wrapped up. Everything will be individually wrapped. I'm not going to put the strap back on again. I'm not going to put that back on. I'll leave it like you guys do at your own leisure. But everything will be wrapped up, put in here in the bag, and it'll be ready for shipment. If there's any questions you have for me right now, please don't forget to message me on eBay. This item will be on eBay. I will probably most likely be leaving this video up even after this item sells, just in case somebody who has a camera like this here and they want to know a little about the functionality of it. That's, I'm going to leave it up for that for those reasons. Okay. Again, like I said, this is what you see here is what you will be receiving. Whenever you're getting a camera, one of the most important things is that you get the charger with it. The battery AC adapter here. This is very important. Now, I know, like I said again, you could check into K-Star. They have it where you can get the freestanding charger. You can get them, I think, the chargers come, I think you could do it, I'm not sure you could do it. They have the charger with 2 slots in there where you could charge 2 batteries at the same time, or 1, I'm not really sure. But I know definitely, if you get these here and you find the batteries are not holding a charge, go to K-Star. They're good batteries. I use my Sony cameras, okay? But if you want to stick with Sony, if you want to, like you're like me, I'm a Sony diehard, but there are times that I try to be a little on the frugal side, so I don't always go out and spend the top dollar. I will buy from K-Star, okay? But again, I wouldn't do anything just yet. Try out these batteries, okay? Like I said, I don't know how much juice they're going to hold, but if you're going to do a videotape like I'm doing now, what you could do, this camera that I'm doing the videotape right now is on my tripod. And I do have, it's the same setup like this. I do have the electricity, it's powered up. It's powered to my camera right now, just in case the battery on this camera goes bad. I don't want to do a video and then I find out later on I got to redo it all over again because the battery died. So what you could always do is, if you're doing a family thing or you're doing like me, like a demo video, you might want to do is use the AC adapter, plug this into your camera, put this on a tripod and do your demo or display videos, whatever you want. If you're unsure of the battery going to kick out right away, it might die, I don't know. Like I said again, I charge the battery up, I do a little check on it, do some video, basic video editing and or recording I should say, and see how it works. And so far everything checked out pretty good, so no complaints there. And before I close this video out, if you hit my eBay listings, if you want to see what I'm selling right now, go to shop-RJPASINI-4-great-deals. The link, the link will be in the video itself. So I just want to let you guys know you can always check it out at your leisure. And I will drop the information for the user manual for this here, and you can get the user manual if you choose to download it or print it out yourself. It's 88 pages, and if you're a person who likes to have manuals, if it wasn't so many pages, to be upfront and honest with you, if it was like 30 pages, I would print it out double-sided, whatever. But because it's so many pages, and 40 sheets of paper is not cheap anymore because I was pricing the computer paper. It's kind of pricey for me. So as a rule, I normally would do that for you if it was a low page count, but this particular case it's not. So I will drop the link below as far as like where you could get the full catalog from the company. You could print it right off, or as I always like to say, you could do it basically print out what you need. You could just print out the pages that you're looking for. If you want to know how to set the exposure on here or whatever, all the little functionalities of it, you could just go right down to that section and print out those pages. You don't have to print out the whole 88 pages if you don't want to. Me, if I was going to keep this item, which I'm not because I already have a Sony camera, I have a few Sony cameras actually, I would print it out for myself. Or you could probably go on eBay and see if they have the regular user manual. You could probably pick one up over there if someone's selling it, But if it ain't readily available, you go to manuals list. All right, that's all I got for you. And one last thing I want to share with you guys. Before you make any purchases from from me, I would like for you to check out my feedback prior to making any purchases and see what I have to offer, what the buyers have to say about their experience with shopping with me. I always work with my buyers. I offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, and satisfaction is guaranteed, or your money back. Okay. For the most part, whenever I get items to sell, I always try to look for good, clean, working condition items. There are times when, I'll be upfront and honest with you, There are times when I buy something like this may come up, and there might be something wrong with it. Well, I have to sell it for parts. That happened in the I think last couple days ago, or maybe last month, whatever. I had bought a Sony camera, and it wasn't working. I had to sell it really cheap. Took a loss on it, but you know, I had to sell it for parts not working. You know, sometimes it happens. It's a hit or a miss for the most part. But for me personally, I always like to get you know, items that are really good working condition, clean, not too damaged or whatever, and that's how I like to sell stuff. So, and while you're there, check out the other items I have listed on my eBay store. All right, talk to you guys later. It's RJPASINI signing off. Have a great day, and if you are a potential buyer, I just want to say I hope you'll be happy with this item if you are the lucky one to buy. Bye bye for now.